YCN, your local view on WVBK-CA, serving Manchester, Londonderry, Vermont, and South Charlestown, New Hampshire, and WVBQ-LP, serving Charlestown, New Hampshire, and Rockingham, Vermont.
Coming up tonight on YCN, the lights on the Boscawen Christmas tree were stolen twice in one weekend. Learn more about this Christmas crime. The Claremont City Council is faced with an additional appropriation for the welfare budget. Will they approve it? And learn about the Springfield Hoop Shoot sponsored by the Elks Club. With more news and weather, stay tuned. It's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that is happening in our area. The YCN News Hour, your local view.
Authorities are investigating a Christmas crime that happened twice in one weekend. Welcome, I'm David Carmichael. On Tuesday, Boscawen firefighters noticed that someone had taken all the lights off their community Christmas tree. Firefighters replaced them, and then on Saturday, the thieves struck again. Now, the bottom third of the tree has all the lights ripped off. On Saturday morning, people noticed the Boscawen Christmas tree had been stripped of its bottom strand of lights just days after they had been replaced. The fire chief said the first time the lights went missing was Tuesday. Despite the disappointment, there's still a possibility the fire department will once again put new lights on the tree, making it complete for a third time. Just before 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, Hartford, Vermont Police Department went to a residence and found an underage drinking party. 3 juveniles were found to have consumed alcohol. Police referred them to diversion. One of the juveniles was in possession of marijuana. 18-year-old Zachary Flanders of Lebanon, New Hampshire had also consumed alcohol and was in possession of marijuana. Flanders and the juveniles were cited accordingly. As the nation approaches the fiscal cliff at the end of this month, New Hampshire voters have a clear message of how members of Congress and the President should resolve the economic challenges. By a convincing 2-to-1 margin, Granite Staters feel that taxes should be raised on the upper income earners. In the latest New England College poll of 658 registered voters in New Hampshire, an overwhelming 66% majority support raising taxes on families with incomes over $250,000 per year. 28% oppose the idea. For the 5th year in a row, the Claremont City Council will be asked to approve an additional appropriation for the welfare budget. Welfare Director Sue Carr is planning to ask the council for $35,000 to cover direct assistance through the end of the year. According to Carr, the perception that people are getting paid welfare to live the high life is not the case, and just because people are walking through the door doesn't mean that they're going to get help. Some city councilors believe it's further evidence that the town has become a magnet for those seeking welfare assistance. By law, the city has to provide assistance to those who qualify. Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin says he wants to know firsthand how the sound of an F-35 fighter jet compares to an F-16. The governor will be joining the mayors of Burlington and Winooski this coming week and traveling to Eglin Air Force Base in Florida so they can listen to the 2 types of aircrafts. The Air Force is looking into basing F-35s at the Vermont Air National Guard Base at the Burlington International Airport. Some area residents have said that they are worried about the noise from the planes. The Vermont Air Base already houses F-16s, and Shumlin says he wants to learn how much of a change the newer plane would be. The Vermont group will be traveling to Florida on Wednesday to hear the planes. The new Bartonsville Covered Bridge is getting ready to move. The 168-foot-long replica of the 1870 bridge that was swept away by Tropical Storm Irene is nearing completion. Starting Monday, the lower Bartonsville Road will be closed to allow workers from Cold River Bridges to dismantle the temporary bridge and move the new bridge into its permanent crossing. The road will be closed for about 45 days to allow the bridge to be put up and in place and the final work to be done on the $2.6 million project. After the break, we'll hear about what's happening at the New London Hospital with their president, Bruce King. I know you're dying to find out, so stick around.
The YCN News Hour continues in a moment.